Well, there you are. Today is Sunday, March 7th. Welcome back to the garden. I went ahead and started without you. These are going to be in no specific order. It's just stuff that we like to eat. And that's the whole point about gardening. You want to plant stuff you want to eat. If you're going to put the effort into it, you want to have something you like when you're done. We're going to go ahead and look at what you can plant in March. From southern Arizona, part of Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, all the way to northern Virginia. And I know, and the guide on the back of the seed pack's just a rough guide. Everything north of zone purple, you're going to have to wait just a little bit. Everything south of zone purple, on your mark, get set, plant. As long as you know what your last frost date is, you'll be just fine. Let's take a look at the 11 things you can plant in March. Come on, let's plant. Now, if you remember, rosemary is a really good companion plant, especially for cabbages. We had really good luck this fall doing a square foot type garden. I've gone and procured myself a fancy little helper. I just went and got a stick. The square foot method, just gonna make some dents. We're gonna make it evenly spaced. We're gonna lightly cover them. Remember, Ruth Stout would just set it right on the soil and pat them in. And it kind of makes sense if you're thinking about how nature works. Plants in nature, when they seed, they don't dig a hole. They just drop their seeds on the ground. And just put a couple in hole. Forget which hole you're... One thing in the deep mulch, the wind will help you. As you can see, they're blowing leaves at me. You just lightly cover back over those dents. Good soil contact. Then we're going to put just a light little bit of mulch over the top. That's all you got to do. And a really light little bit. Now the wind's blowing so hard, when we're done here, I am going to come back over and put a little drink of water. Number 2, beets. This method, if you're a little heavy-handed like I am with your seeds, it does force you to spread them out a little bit. You can also get a lot of plants in a small area. Of course, the beet seeds are much bigger, and you really don't want to have more than 2 in each one of these. They will push each other out of the way. Lightly put just a little bit of that mulch back on top, and we will come back and put a little water on here. First 2 things you can plant in March. Since we already have some of this in, we're not going to make a very big row. But number 3, broccoli. Number 4, cauliflower. And number 5, kohlrabi. Plant it just exactly the same. Let me get this in and clear off where the wind has helped you. Radishes. That will be number 6. It looks like this is part of that group that stayed over for the winter. Now number 6, obviously, radishes. And I can't believe I picked the wrong row for the radishes, since those had just come up. Alright, same thing. I had this cleared all the way down to bare soil just a little bit ago. That wind does help. That's what I'm talking about. When you go, as your plants grow, the elements will help backfill all of this. Of course, number 7, carrots. Now, this is already roughed up. We're doing carrots a little different. We're doing these more Ruth Stout style. We're just going to scatter these on the top. I'm going to roll over this with the soil that's disturbed and any mulch that's still here. We'll get good contact. We'll cover it with a little more mulch. This I'm covering just a little heavier. Now my friend from down under likes to use a burlap sack. We're going to use a burlap sack when it comes to the summertime planting. But hold on, you say. We ran out of seeds and there's still a row left. Anybody say you can't have enough beets? Number 8, spinach. We have 3 different kinds. And number 9, lettuce. Number 10 is onions. As far as your lettuce goes, we found that pretty much all the lettuces work pretty good. We're going to plant the lettuce kind of like we did the carrots, Ruth Stout style. Except I'm going to do it straight down the center of this row. Because these do, when they take off, they get big. That soil is disturbed enough that those are going down. It's much as if we put it in a square foot style. We're going to go ahead and do just one single row of bunching onions. And these I am definitely putting in very heavy, because as they come up, you start pulling them as scallions. Right down the center. Give it a little pat. Give it a little bit of mulch. Now here comes the hard part, the waiting. We've got all these seeds in, but it's way too early to plant any of the warm weather stuff. We're going to go ahead in the greenhouse and get some seeds started this next week, but this is as much as we can do out here in the garden until it warms up. Our last frost is not until April 15th. I'm excited to get things going. I'm probably a little too excited. Me and Riley want to thank you for coming to our garden today. What's number 11? You thought I forgot number 11. It's potatoes, of course. We've already got those in. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant. Let's go plant garden.